What's going down, y'all? Welcome to another video. We are continuing on with the series. This is part 2 of the best and worst haircuts from celebrities and athletes. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, click the little link that's gonna come on your screen right now, or the link will be down in the description. Whatever is easiest for you guys, check out part 1 if you haven't seen it. But a little backstory to part 1. In that video, I did feature Garrett Temple's haircut. If you guys don't know who Garrett Temple is, he's an NBA player, plays for the Sacramento Kings. And I was showing you guys how crispy his haircut was. He kind of had like a dark wave low taper with the beard, but the backstory behind that is I showed you guys that his barber is actually a female, and I always tell you guys that female barbers are probably the best barbers out there. When you can find a good dope ass female barber, she can cut better than any barber out there. So long story short, she did end up watching the video. I've not known her previous to this. I didn't know who she was in the video, but she did end up finding me on Instagram. She DM'd me, and she also sent me screenshots where she texted Garrett Temple the link to my video. And Garrett Temple, which is dope, he's an NBA player, he actually watched my video. He responded, I don't know what the words or exact words was, but he was like, yo, that's dope. I was just thinking about going back to my old cut, which was the cut I shown in the video. So I think the next day after he said that, she actually cut his hair how I said it was dope in the video. So long story short, I kind of influenced Garrett Temple to go back to his old cut because he knows that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that girl. I don't really remember her name, but I'll fuck with you. All female barbers are dope, but especially you reached out to me, made it happy, you know what I'm saying? But let's just get into part 2, the worst and best haircuts from celebrities and athletes. All right, to kick things off, we gotta go with probably the worst hairline in human history, Wayne Brady. I just don't understand the physics and the overall possibility in which a barber can do this to somebody. Like, he's not receding, his hairline is going towards his ear. Usually, hairlines recede going this way. His shit is receding. I don't know where the fuck his hairline is going, but Wayne Brady, bro, I used to fuck with you. Yo, Wild 'N Out episode is probably still one of my favorites in Wild 'N Out history. But I just don't understand how it gets to this point. Like, yeah, some people push this back a couple inches. Like, I get it, but yo shit is bad. It's not even bad. It's like, what the fuck? Next haircut, we got Soulja Boy, Big Soulja, whatever you want to call him. He a weird, awkward dude. He always in some dumb shit, always in some drama. You can tell his hairline just reflects his overall demeanor. Like, he's just a weird dude. Like, unlike Wayne Brady's hairline, that looked unrescuable. Like, you can't rescue Wayne Brady's hairline. This looks like he has a natural, normal hairline. It's just like he's going to barbers that are just as weird as him. Like, every haircut I see, I can post 1,000 pictures on here of him. His hairline's always at an angle where it's like, yo, I'm finna go skiing if you don't stop fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you are famous. He's not that famous no more. He used to be, that nigga was cold, you know what I'm saying? But this Soulja Boy, his hairline just reflects his career, and that's just going downhill. Next up, we got the owner from the Oakland Raiders. Raider fans, I know y'all probably upset that y'all coming to Vegas, but me living in Vegas, hey, I can't wait for the Raiders to come out here. It's gonna be lit as fuck. We ain't got nothing to do out here, so when the Raiders come, it's like, hey, we on now. But as far as this dude right here, man, I know he an old white man. I know he don't give a fuck about his hair too much, but it's like, you probably got $10 billion in the bank, probably more than that. Like, these old white NFL owners be racist as a motherfucker, but they be rich as shit. So you got all that money and you gonna end up looking like a motherfucking egg. Like, yo, you got an egg head naturally, but your hairline just enhances your egg head. Your hairline just ain't doing you justice, brother. You got too much damn money to be looking like this. Now, this next haircut, a lot of people saying that his haircut's fresh, it's super dope. Even in my comments to part 1 of this series, a lot of you guys are saying this dude has a fresh-ass haircut in the league. But when it comes to this haircut, I just don't get that vibe of it's dope. I feel like this next person gets his haircut at like a supercut sports clip type of place. And that's Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns. Now, I'm probably going to get roasted for saying this. A lot of you guys think his haircut's dope. But for me personally, coming from a barber standpoint, like, his haircut has no oomph to it. It has no swag. It has no, I don't get that vibe that someone with some type of hood in them cuts his hair. I feel like one of his white auntie's best friends is cutting his hair down at the sports clips. I just don't get that vibe from him. Every haircut, even this is grown out, you can just tell like it ain't being cut by somebody with some hood in him, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if he just switched his barber up, bro, like, you'll be all right, brother. You cold as hell. Like, you can score the ball with the best in the league, but when it comes to your haircut, I'm just not getting that vibe from you, G. Next up, we got LaMelo Ball. Now, LaMelo has been featured in my worst haircut type of video before, I think. But I've been watching the Ball family reality show, and it's a really good show. I wish it was longer than 18 minutes. But every time I see this dude, he just looks rough, dog. Like, you got too much clout for you to be looking this rough. Eyebrows fucked up. I don't know what your hairline be doing. I don't, brother, just, you need some help. You know what I'm saying? You cold as hell. Like, I fuck with your whole family, Lonzo, Leangelo, stealing ass, you, your daddy, your mama, everybody. I fuck with everybody. But your haircut, brother, you need some help. Desperately. Next up, we got Kanye West. Now, this is 4 pictures just embodying how weird Kanye has become. Like, old Kanye, he was cool. His haircut's never been fresh like that. I don't think he's ever cared too much about his haircut. He's more into, like, the art of music and this and that, all that weird shit he be talking about. Like, I understand, but when it comes to your haircut, brother, you got too much money. You date one of the baddest women to ever grace this earth, in my opinion. I just don't understand why you could never just have a normal, dope haircut. It's always some weird shit. This right here wasn't too bad. This little mullet, mohawk, shag, I don't know what it's called. That was alright. Then you come over to this avatar bullshit that he tried to do with these double arrows. It's like, you try to go out of your way to look weird and original as hell, but then in reality, you just look stupid and confused, and you really need to be in a mental hospital at times, because your haircuts really reflect modern day Kanye. Like, weird, disorganized, and confused. Like, you are black, for one. You should have some type of sense of style of a dope haircut. You are rich as fuck. Your wife got a fat ass. So why are you going out of your way to look weird? I don't get it. Now, this next haircut is a prime example of not knowing when to let go of your hairline and go bald. And when Flo Rida had this hairline, bruh, it was the funniest shit ever, because granted, he is bald now. I give him some credit for catching on, but when he was trying to hang on to this hairline, it's the funniest shit ever, bro, because we can tell you're receding. Like, it's not even close. Like, your hairline probably used to be right here, but then you try to add the Beijing, the fibers, the permanent marker, whatever niggas was using back in the day. I feel like him and Carlos Boozer went to the same barber and they was getting fucked up together. But if anybody out there, if you're receding this bad, brother, don't try to hang on. Just embrace the process. Don't turn to Beijing and all that other bullshit, because you're going to end up looking stupid like this nigga. Alright, y'all, let's switch things up and look at some of the best haircuts from celebrities and athletes. And we're going to start things off with Boozy Badass, shit, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be from 08, when he went to jail, or when he got out, you know what I'm saying? His hairline has not moved throughout his whole career, you know what I'm saying? It's always fresh, always rocking a high ball fade with like a miniature flat top. I don't know what they be calling it down in the South, but you can tell by his fade. I think this is his son, but their hairlines, their fades, always on 10, bro. Next haircut, this is kind of a cop-out, but I gotta give it to Drake. He kind of has a simple haircut, but his hairline's like perfect at all times. It's crispy, has the part that's always dope. But when he grew out his beard and had that low fade with the part, I think that was his best look. No homo, no gay shit, but from a barber standpoint, when you have like a beard that's super dope and lined up, and then you have a low fade that's done properly, it always comes out clean. So I think this right here is Drake's best look. Next up, we gotta go with my man Jalen Rose. Now look, Jalen Rose, you probably one of the luckiest niggas retired in the NBA community, because rumor has it you was dating Molly Kieran from First Take, and brother, let me tell you, you winning for sure. But as far as your haircut goes, it's always crispy on NBA Countdown. I know your barber uses a lot of dye or fibers, but without that, I still feel like your hairline will never recede. It's always crispy. So shout out goes to you, and shout out goes to you, Molly. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, next haircut, we got to give it to Matt Barnes. If you guys are NBA fans, you know Matt Barnes is a real OG. I don't know if he's mixed with Hispanic or black, white. I don't know what he is, but when he tried to beat Derek Fisher ass in the middle of the night, we knew right there that he was a real nigga for sure. But as far as his haircut goes, he's always had a fresh cut, whether it be curls all around with the low taper, mohawk, ball fade, whatever the case may be. Y'all know that Matt Barnes should be on 10. Next haircut, we got to go with Ezekiel Elliot from the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I did do a tutorial on this specific hairstyle. It's kind of like a drop fade with the mohawk and the beard lined up. his haircut is always super fresh. I know the Cowboys suck. I mean, the Giants are trash too, so I can't really speak on that right now. But as far as Ezekiel Elliott's haircut, it's always fresh. And the next haircut goes to Jeremy Lin of the Brooklyn Nets. He's out for the year with the torn MCL, ACL, whatever the case may be. But this dread mohawk look is super dope. But the fade and lineup isn't fresh at all. I feel like it's kind of like super cut-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like he just went to any salon or something. But his style of hair with this dread mohawk shit, I really fuck with. And he kind of got bashed for it around the NBA community, especially from Kanye Martin. Kanye Martin said that he was stealing culture from the black people, which I don't really think that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of races around the world kind of have dreads, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a popular thing to have nowadays. And for Jeremy Lin to get bashed for it, it's kind of stupid when actually it looks dope. But his clapback to Kanye Martin was probably the funniest shit because it was so humble, so polite, but it was so effective. All right, y'all, the last and final haircut of this video has to go to Danny Garcia, the boxer, if you guys don't know who he is. He's always rocking this super dark look with the low ball taper with the hook. But when I tell you guys, this is probably the perfect haircut. Like, there's no other barber in the world that can pull off this haircut as perfect as this barber did on Danny Garcia. Like, you'll never see Danny Garcia without a fresh haircut. Like, he's always rocking this low ball taper. But as far as the barber goes, bro, like, that is amazing, dog. Like, that shit is perfect. Perfect fucking haircut, dog. I'm kind of hating right now. Like, look at this goatee. Lined up perfect. Fade is flawless, blurry. I don't know if he's using fibers or whatever the case may be. I'm not making no excuses for how fresh this is because it's perfect. And y'all can't say otherwise. But that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. There will be another part to this series, so make sure you guys leave a suggestion down in the comments of best and worst haircuts from celebrities and athletes. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.